Welcome back to this week's episode of You're Having My Baby. Thanks. Oh, you guys. I'm too tired to sit in a regular chair, so I'm gonna sit in the couch. Because I can do this in the couch. Yeah, I'm wearing yoga pants. They're not even yoga pants. They're like my husband's pajama pants. I can't sit still. Is that good enough? Are we gonna like survive this one? Can't sit still. My workflow was interrupted. I usually do my videos after my photos, and instead I decided to do a huge maternity shoot today. So my jam, it's interrupted. 29 weeks pregnant. What to expect when you're 29 weeks expecting. So, I've actually been having some symptoms this week. I think it's just because I'm so like large and like Leo is so large that we're all dealing with the size issue. I finally figured out, I mentioned it a few videos ago, I was saying I had this like weird like pubic bone pain and I didn't really know how to describe it, so I didn't really know how to Google it and find out if it was like normal or if I should like see a doctor or whatever. But I told my doctor about it and it felt like this like tight thread, like woven too tight around my pubic bone. It's really weird. I don't know how else to explain it. She said that that is like pubis fundus something pain. I don't know. It's basically your pubic bone is actually two bones and it looks like one bone most of the time, but when you're pregnant it's like slowly splitting apart. So it's like my bone is expanding and that's what is hurting that bit down there. So I've been feeling that for a long time and it's pretty consistent now. I think he's so low, like he's definitely dropped a little bit more and his head is like straight in the pelvis that I don't get a lot of time away from that. And I definitely feel it, especially when I'm in a squat, which I try to do every day. I have like all these exercises I do to prepare for my baby's beautiful hypno baby's birth. And sometimes I wear a pregnancy belly support band and that helps somewhat, but it doesn't really help in the squat for some reason. Anyway, that's a symptom for sure. And this is one I really don't think is gonna go away. I think it might only get worse. Eventually my pubic bone may like split open completely and there won't be any more for it to go and I'll just get used to it, but I think it's just gonna kind of slowly expand until he comes. So this week I've also been having trouble sleeping. It kind of reminds me of the first trimester where I was exhausted during the day and then at night when I go to sleep I think, oh, this is gonna be super easy because I'm exhausted and my mind just goes crazy for like 2 hours. Then I'm like tossing and turning and I have to pee all the time, and like up until now I hadn't really been peeing all the time, but I have to go like 3 times before I like even really get to sleep. Like I feel like I have to pee all the time anyway because of where he is, and I'll go to the bathroom and like literally walk up in the room and be like, I feel like I have to go to the bathroom again. And I know that I don't. And it's just, he's pressing on my bladder. Anyway, at night, I actually do have to go to the bathroom like 3 times. I don't know. Maybe I should just like not drink anything before I go to bed. But then I'm still thirsty. I'm thirsty all the time. So I'm peeing at night more, which was bound to happen. I mean, that's like what they talk about with pregnant women, right? So the fact that I've gotten this far, I should be happy. Yes. But yeah, I am pretty tired. I feel like I could go to bed every night at like 9, then I get in bed and I'm not even tired, so. My belly button is like popped fully out. I'm pretty sure that's because Leo, he's turned to be anterior now. Most of the time I can feel he's anterior. Pretty much all last week he's been anterior, which makes me really happy. So this is pretty important to me. I know I've kind of been obsessed with spinning babies and like fetal positioning for a long time, but the way that I see it is working towards that and making it as easy as possible for him to be in the perfect position will not only shorten my labor, but will prevent me from having to have interventions. So if he can't get into position, you know, I'm more likely to have Pitocin or whatever because it's taking him a while to get into position when I'm in labor and people don't want to deal with that or whatever, I don't know. So getting him into position early, that's a huge part of what happens in first stage labor is the baby's getting exactly the right position to descend, you know, even further out the birth canal. So I'm trying to make it as easy as possible for him to do that in advance. So we can like cut down on this labor time. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, all of that to say, my belly button is popped out. Like I said, super tired. So I don't want to even show it to you. Look, you see it? It's even popped so much that you can see it like through my shirts. So we got an outie. I would say probably the last thing that's been going on this week is his moves are getting and painful. Like, not painful, but I was Googling at night. I was laying on my side and he was kicking me in such a way that it was like, it hurt in like a, I don't like this kind of way. Not just kind of like, oh, that's annoying. You're such a sweet little cute baby. I was like, no, no. And I Googled, can baby kick your fallopian tube? Because I'm pretty sure that's what he was kicking. I don't know. I don't really know like how that happens, but that's what it felt like. It felt like when I got my IUD out, which was really painful. I've heard of this happening, of course. Feet being jammed into ribs and elbows being jammed into pelvises and stuff, and we're experiencing that. So I've gained 14.4 pounds. And I'm about to start my every other week OB visits, so it's an exciting way to spend, you know, your time. Here's what I've been craving.
It's Britney, bitch.
And here's what my belly looks like. Thumbs up for this video if you don't like it when babies kick you in the fallopian tube. It's like, that's where you came from, man. Like, please subscribe and I will talk to you next week. Bye.